so many people are living a fulfilling, happy life, and at the same time, people want a little bit more of a lot of stuff. So we want to grow and we want to create more of what we feel that we are meant to experience. And because we have that tendency as a human nature, we all are seeking some sort of change in our life. There are part of the life that we feel good, another part of life that we want more of or something different. So in this video, I want to talk about the importance of understanding identity in order to facilitate change in our life. So simply, when we begin understanding that the outside life is a mirror of our inside climate, we can understand that the life that we're living, the experience that we have, the things that we're seeing around us is a representation, reflection of our identity. So identity is interesting. I want you to take a moment to think of the baby that you are before. So when we came to this earth plane, we were all baby. We are all popping out of mother's womb. And then we didn't have a specific identity because we didn't have a specific personality that we were forming just yet. Now, how do we construct identity? Identity is the sense of self in this world, who you think you are, who you feel you are in this context called physical 3D world. And it has to do with your thought, it has to do with your image of you, it has to do with your thinking, it has to do with your emotions and feelings, and how you feel fitting into this context, the world, the relationship that you form. Yeah. So somebody might have this identity as an Olympic athlete. Somebody might have an identity that feels like I'm eating a potato chips, watching Netflix, which if you're one of them, I don't want you to feel offended, but it's just what it is, right? So we have this different identity. You might have an identity as a somebody who really physically active, right? Some others are more like an introvert. Introvert is an identity. People might have more of the curiosity and passion in using computer. Some people might be very not tech savvy. All those are identities, right? So identities are a blend of a lot of the imagery in your mind that you construct and how you choose to fit into this world. So that also has to do with sort of level of health, the ability, the quality of health that you see yourself in, the ability to be able to form relationship, to have meaningful relationship with others, or not be able to express yourself. Some people might have the identity as a artist. Others might have an identity as an entrepreneur. Others might have an identity as a health healing practitioner, right? How they see themselves in this world. And when we want to facilitate change, so I think what I want to sort of invite you to do as you watch and listen to is, what is the identity that you're forming and holding on to in your mind? And then when you begin looking at things that you want to see change in your life, we want to reverse it and look inwards and see what part of my identity is manifesting this result. What part of my identity within me is manifesting this result in the outside world? Because the outside is a mirror of the inside is the seed and the cause of the outside. So many people who want some sort of change in their life, they want the outside to change without the inside to be changed just yet, because we don't have this conscious awareness of the connection between the two, right? So what we want to do step by step is to identify the outside that you want to change. There's a before and after. And the before, which is the existing situation in the outside, is a direct reflection of who you are becoming right now. What are the thoughts that you're thinking? How you see yourself in the world, how you feel yourself in the world. And then what we want to identify, okay, This is the end result, that the transformed version of it. Transforming, by the way, is changing the formation of your identity. So when we want to transform the body, when we want to transform the result, we want to transform the relationship, we want to transform our way of living, we must change the formation of our identity, how you see you in the world, how you feel about you in the world. So when you identify that desired outcome, the transformed version of your life, what is the transformed version of your identity? How would you be seeing differently you? How would you be feeling differently you? And my recommendation is to begin writing those down. Because what happens when we work with this sort of mental, psycho-emotional, spiritual stuff, it's very vague if you just leave that up to your thinking and imagination. The moment you write things down, I say often that you're moving the 4D, the psycho-emotional plane, into 3D, what you can tangibly see. So writing things down, the before and after of the outside result and the before and after of your internal identity is the key. So if you have something that, I want to make this a little practical, right? So if you have something that you currently want to change, write down the before and after, the outside, and then write down the before and after of your identity, how you are seeing yourself now, how you are feeling yourself about now, and then how you want to see you and feel you differently in this world, the after. And all you want to do is to change that self-image and the worthiness, the thinking, that the image of you and the feeling of you inside. Because when you start, and then people talk about, okay, I do need to also take action. When you start changing your image and the feeling of you, your action will be there automatically. Because you cannot not take action when you're feeling differently. So I want you to know that the action is sort of like a natural extension of the feeling about you. As a matter of fact, everybody who do things or don't do things, do or not do based on how they feel like. So when you have a certain worthiness and feeling about you in the world, you will see and find yourself moving into that without you trying anything, and it's going to be very light and effortless and at ease. One last piece of this conversation that I want to anchor is that your identity is actually not limited to the inside. So I call this piece extended identity. Who you are surrounded by, what kind of place that you live in, how you construct your place, the clothes that you're wearing, and all of the things around you physically has been formed based on your internal identity. So what often happens and what I see, what I observe often, is that people are trying to change the result, but then they keep being surrounded by the same information, same environment. And then most people are not aware of this idea concept called extended identity. They want something different, but they go back, they go right back into getting sucked into their past present mode of living because they haven't changed the immediate external surrounding. So when you begin identifying the new version of your image and the feeling to meet the desired outcome that you're seeking, the change that you want to create, you want to look around and begin also identifying what are the things that I can drop and remove and replace, and begin changing all the immediate external environment that you're surrounded by. And then you will feel only good because, and then most of the time those stuff are unaware, and it's being around you as a default in an unconscious manner. But once you start becoming aware and conscious about it and begin changing it, you will feel lighter and better because that's what you're desiring. And then it will be much easier for you to stay in the new identity, the image and the feeling of you. And then the attraction, the outside result will be accelerated, and you will see yourself being surrounded by the new outcome and the result when you realize it. Yeah. So if anybody who you know are seeking change and transformation, I want you to share this video. And if you have any comments, question, I read every single comment. So feel free to comment, and I hope this was helpful. And I'll see you in the next video.